What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Smackdown review. We opened up with Becky Lynch coming out to the ring. She cuts a promo about headlining WrestleMania and how she'll be getting her title back from Asuka at the Royal Rumble. This, of course, brings out Asuka. She starts yelling at Becky Lynch, but it's kind of hard to hear her from the crowd chanting Becky. Then Charlotte Flair comes out. She says she's going to be winning the Royal Rumble match and then proceeds to run down Becky Lynch and Asuka. It's at this point Asuka jumps Becky Lynch from behind. Referees and officials try to break up the fight, but to no avail. Becky Lynch starts to beat down Asuka. When we come back from commercial, backstage, Becky Lynch and Asuka are still fighting. We then have a video package of Mandy Rose and Naomi, which brings us to our first match, Naomi versus Mandy Rose, with Sonya Deville at ringside. This is an M match. There really wasn't much to it. The crowd even seemed like they were out of it. Sonya Deville distracts Naomi, which allowed Mandy Rose to get the pin. Somehow I doubt this is the last time we're going to be seeing this match. We then have The Miz versus Cesaro, with Sheamus and Shane McMahon at ringside. This was an okay match. Sheamus got a cheap shot in on The Miz, which allowed Cesaro to get the neutralizer and the pin. After the match, Shane McMahon starts to beat down on everybody. He sets up Cesaro on the table, gets up onto the top rope, but's knocked down by Sheamus. After that, the bar starts to beat down on The Miz and Shane McMahon. Vince McMahon comes out to the ring and introduces AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan for their face-off. Styles and Bryan take turns running each other down. Daniel Bryan says that he's not the people's champion, but he's the planet's champion. What? After the angry environmentalist runs his mouth some more, AJ Styles chases him down. They fight. AJ starts to get the upper hand, but Daniel Bryan levels him out with a knee, grabs his belt, and runs away. We then come to our next match, Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. This is a rematch from last week because basically that match really didn't happen. Samoa Joe had most of the offense throughout this whole match. Mustafa Ali tried to fight back, but Samoa Joe locked into Coquina Clutch and got the win. We then come to our main event, Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Zelina Vega is barred from ringside. Almas scores the first pinfall after an incredible powerbomb off of the top rope. Afterwards, he tries to go for a second powerbomb, but Mysterio flips it around and spikes Almas and gets the pin. So we're 1-1, tied up so far. After a grueling third fall, Mysterio hit the 619, but before he was able to hit the dime, Samoa Joe came in and powerbombed Mysterio, runs into the ring, beats down Almas. Samoa Joe gets onto the microphone and says what he did tonight will be exactly what he does at the Royal Rumble. And then out of nowhere, an RKO. Randy Orton circles his prey for a while, gets up onto the turnbuckle, and stands tall as we end tonight's SmackDown. As I've always said for the past year or so, I guess, SmackDown has been doing a lot better. There were a couple of small spots here and there, but for the most part, it was a good SmackDown and a good go-home show for the Royal Rumble. If I were to give any real low point, it was probably the opening match. There wasn't really all that much to it. The Miz and Cesaro match was okay. The Samoa Joe Mustafa Ali was good. And despite the shady finish, the Almas Mysterio match was really good as well. But that'll do it for this episode of SmackDown Review. I'll be back later on this week for the results for the Royal Rumble. But until then, leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown, what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.